name is Hailey, and this is my TED Talk. When are you at your best? I would really like if you can take some time to really think about this question, because for me, when I first heard it, was like, oh, I know my answer. This is easy. But I was really wrong. It was hard. I've changed from I'm at my best when I'm with my family, when I'm surfing, when I'm cooking, when I'm helping others. That's when I really thought I was at my best. None of those answers really stuck with me. None of them seemed to carry the same amount of depth as the question itself. This question, I like to ask myself a lot. And even though I'm not the one who originally came up with it, this quote has become the captain of the ship that I call my life. What is more important to you? The journey or the destination? I've heard it's the journey. The journey is the best part, but I care to differ. I think the best part is the destination, and I'm trying to learn that perspective. The destination for me is happiness. Like a boomerang, the word I love so much always finds its way back to me. I would be lying to you if I did say I had my boomerang, though. I'm not really that. I'm not truly happy. And that's really okay. Recently, I've read a book that was meant to impact me as a leader, and it did. But it also helped me become a person I'm really proud to look at in the mirror. In the book, Leading Imperfectly, it talks about how you must be confident. You must be happy within yourself to be an effective leader. And yes, there is truth behind that. I care to contradict the truth of this quote in its entirety. I want to ask you, have you ever truly been happy? And I ask this in a non-sad way. In life, every day, there's ups and there's downs. And I personally never want to live a life where I take one of my downs and I have to cover it with one of my happy moments, because I'd rather ignore it. That's a leader. Someone who accepts those hard days and learns from them and then perseveres in the end. That is a leader. You are allowed to be sad. You are allowed to not love yourself completely. How can you love yourself if you don't even know who you are yet? Finding happiness today is not the same happiness you're finding tomorrow or the yesterday, because happiness is an everyday experience. For me personally, I'd rather just keep living my life. But when you're not happy, say it. If you're not happy, embrace it. If you're not happy, you know what? Take a step back. If you are not happy, you do not have to be the leader running the show. That's why you have all these other leaders around you every day to ask and receive help from. The day you are not being a true leader is the day you are putting others' happiness before your own. Until you're able to find that silver lining, how can you expect others to have respect for you if you don't even have respect for yourself? This quote has really affected my life in many ways. The quote, would you rather be respected or loved? A question I feel I've been fighting with my whole life. But Shane Cookazan said it better than I ever could. We grew up loving the underdog because we saw ourselves in them. I remember the first time I heard this, and I was just like, oh my goodness, that's me. That's me. Coming from a family where I was supposed to amount to nothing. My mom, my dad, nothing. I grew up, I saw tears, I saw the pain, and I saw the rejection that came from our world. The world where if you come from a third world country with no money, no destination, and no help, your life wasn't one worth living. My family raised me by allowing me to see this pain, and I wouldn't take it back for anything in this world. But I wouldn't be telling the truth if I didn't say it. It did change me a little bit. I hold this weight that I'm afraid that one day I'm going to become a burden to my family. And that's the moment I realized I was not my best when I was with my family. I wasn't my best with them because I was so afraid of disappointing them. I knew I wasn't my best when I was surfing because when I was surfing, I was so afraid of falling and failing. I'm not my best when I'm cooking because you know what? Sometimes I burn my food. And I knew I wasn't my best when I was helping others, because I found myself helping people in days where I couldn't even help myself, and I wasn't able to give them everything I could. I know I don't want to live a life where I base my success off of those best moments. Learning of how my father was, born and raised in Venezuela, to a 15-year-old girl with no father, only spoke Spanish, and came to America when he was 12. Failed 1,000 times. And somehow built a future strong enough for both me and my sister to stand on. I'm happy to say I'm an underdog, just like my father, just like my mother, who both ran from crippled households because nobody thought they could have accomplished anything alone. But they did, together. I used to feel like I was an underdog. It felt like nobody expected me to accomplish anything. Nobody thought I had the ability to accomplish anything. And that was then. That was when I used to let those down days consume me. College, I learned that I was worth loving. I was someone that had a voice that was worth being heard. And you know what? I realized I had a story just like everybody else. And with this self-actualization, I realized I gained the respect of others around me. Your answer could be different than mine, but personally, I'd rather be respected than loved. Respect is when others see you for who you are and they appreciate you for your authenticity. Love, to me, is a very fickle thing and changes all the time. That respect, that is something you can show everyone. That's something you carry with you every single day. I've spent so much of my life chasing people, trying to love them and trying to be loved back, when I should have been living a life that I wanted, that I deserved. And when I did, I naturally gained the respect of others who were meant to be in my life. Now I want to ask you, are you truly happy? Do the people you surround yourself with respect or love you? Whichever is most important to you, whether that being loved or respected. See if the ones you hold closest to you view you in that same light. Never cut yourself short, ever. Don't expect others to give you your answers, because do the people you surround yourself with respect or love you? Whichever is most important to you, whether that being loved or respected.